Okay, my name is Marco Argenti and I'm the Vice President of Media for Nokia. I run the content business and the App Store, Ovi Store, and I've been with Nokia for 2 years now. We're now actually enjoying an increasing momentum both on the consumer side and on the developer side. We've announced that we crossed the 3 million downloads a day just a few days ago, and that actually keeps growing. And also what we see is that the growth on the developer side is quite amazing, with now developers, over 90 developers actually have crossed the 1 million download mark all over the world. And people signing up to Ovi more and more. We have now 250,000 people every day signing up to Ovi. They're downloading apps, they're downloading content, they're doing a lot of activities that are more and more integrated into one single experience which we are delivering across 100 devices. I feel that the customers are really reacting extremely well to all the improvements that we've done in the last, I would say it's about now a year and a half that Ovi Store is being launched, and it has been a constant growth curve in which we saw inflection points every time we introduced a new feature, with the biggest one being the introduction of the new experience with our new N8 and our new Symbian 3 devices. That actually has caused an incredible uptake, which was very visible on the statistics, in which, for example, our number of transactions has more than doubled, and also the way people interact with the service has changed, becoming much more immersive and much more involving. So one statistic, for example, now 85% of all the traffic that we get on a daily basis on Ovi is actually return traffic. It's from people that are using it over and over again. And that actually is a demonstration of the fact that it's not just about signing up new users. It's a demonstration of the fact that if you have a compelling content, you can retain users that come over and over again. Developers are much happier, and they're happier every day because there are more and more opportunities to distribute content in our over 180 countries right now. One thing that the developers really liked is now the availability of our new content development tools. We now have a very strong platform, one of the strongest in the market, called Qt. It's a fantastic development environment which has a nice visual element called Qt Quick, and that really helps break all the issues around having multiple phones and multiple platforms, so that you can develop once, and with the same source code you can then deploy on all our devices. That has been introduced and announced in Nokia World, introduced in Nokia World. We have now several developers events all over the world to introduce developers to Qt. The feedback we're getting is fantastic, and we're really now very proud to say there is one environment, you develop for this and you have access to all our range of devices. In the last 6 months we had over 400,000 developers actually signing up and over 1.5 million copies of the Qt platform being downloaded. So it's been a tremendous success. Yeah, it's interesting that with Qt we can reach both new and old devices. So when new devices come out with Qt runtime pre-installed, for legacy devices we have a way for developers to package their application with what we call the Smart Installer. The Smart Installer contains all the needed files that that constitute the Qt runtime, and we call it smart because if you have it already as a consumer, you don't need to install them again. So of course, you can safely embed it in your app, and then the installer will decide whether the user needs it or not. So it's really not only for new devices, but it's for the, most of our devices that are, let's say that have a hardware that is capable enough to run those applications. I think the opportunity ahead is actually, almost as big as I can imagine. What we see is that the high amount of engagement that we see in the top countries is actually something that is spreading really rapidly all over the world. We now have developers in Africa, in various parts of Asia. We're really starting to tap into a worldwide creativity, which I think we're very well equipped to to leverage because of our local presence. We're really in every market with physical presence. We understand the locality, we understand the issues about localization. We offer our services. So for example, Ovi for 90% of our user is available in their local language, which is extremely important. And I think as we start rolling out to more and more countries and operators with operator billing, as we start getting more and more into, lowering the barrier of entry for content creation, like we do with AppWizard, for example, which is a fantastic tool to be able to create content and apps with no coding, then we are really tapping into a worldwide phenomenon, which is extremely exciting, both from let's say size, from a distribution standpoint, but also from a creativity standpoint, so that we're really giving opportunities to local developers to create exciting content, not only for their own country, but also to have the ability to distribute internationally.